Film Club.
Should I be concerned? Is my only question. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us for another episode of Film Club. I am one of your hosts, Andy Harrison, but to my right is the person who's confusing and scaring me right now. It's Andy Donaldson.
The flashiest of flashes.
And for God's sake, every single week, you totally threw me there. Every single week in Film Club, we invite you along to watch a film with us. In this merry episode of Film Club, though, we are going to take a look at a film that Andy's been asking me to watch for about 3 years now.
Something like that.
It's Love Actually.
Love Actually, the most quintessential British film, British Christmas film that you have there. You've got your Hugh Grant being bamboozlingly British with this thing between him as a prime minister, as the president, and then like this disagreement because he likes someone, he's in love with someone. In amongst this, you've got like Liam Neeson just being a father to his now motherless kid. You've got all these other factors. You've got Martin Freeman being awkward frat Martin Freeman. You've got many of the factors of this film. You've got Keira Knightley being the dazzling Keira Knightley. This is the most bouncy, daft, corny British film. If you could go back and if you look at something like, I mean, us as Britain, we have stuff like Ex Machina. We have, what's his name who did, this is what I was referring to, the Olympics, Danny Boyle. We have Locke that we did a few weeks back. We have all this British film, but this is probably the most goofiest British thing that we could have produced in amongst Danny Boyle's Olympics opening ceremony, and all that like daftness and everything like that. This is a British Christmas film. It's done by Richard Curtis, so of course it's got that kind of goofiness about it. The guy did About Time, and he did Notting Hill, and the other stuff like that. It's a Hugh Grant kind of film.
I want to mention first off,
and I can't even explain what happens in the plot because there's loads of plots about love.
You guys at home will be seeing a little bit of a different edit this time because this is a Studio Canal film.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Studio Canal just caused problems with footage usage. Just worth mentioning that you're not going to get your normal edit this week. Sorry, not to bring the tone down on Christmas.
I know, Studio Canal. What did you think? What did you think finally? Go on.
Hang on.
You liked About Time.
So, quick question, because you've been waiting for this for a while, yeah? You've been waiting for me to watch Love Actually. What do you think, I think?
Well, I feel like you've changed your mind. He's like, it's okay.
I hate it.
Yes. No, it's cool.
I absolutely hate it.
Is it because it's just too daft?
No. It's the sheer lack of thought that goes into the production of it.
Okay.
It's a film that it looks like a made-for-TV film.
Really? Okay.
I think the vast majority of it is overlit.
It's a mashup of a huge amount of cliches.
Occasionally, the camera work actually has some lovely moments, particularly this shot you guys are seeing down here where the camera rises up to the kid's bedroom. Stellar moment. But in other scenes, like this one here, which I can't keep doing because it's a Studio Canal film, the camera work is just unnecessarily kinetic all the time. It's just for the sake of adding production value to the film. I think that they've got an amazing cast, and for some reason, everybody is doing a terrible performance. In particular, Keira Knightley and what's her name, who used to be in Emmerdale, apparently?
Emma Thompson.
No. Emma Thompson, best thing in the film.
Yeah, she won a BAFTA for this, if I recall.
Best thing in the film by far.
Yeah, she's fantastic, especially when well, go on anyway.
No, I meant the one that Hugh Grant falls in love with.
Oh, yeah, but go on.
It doesn't feel Christmassy to me in any way. This is a lot of the Christmas things that it represents. I think are horribly modernized versions of like Christmas ideals.
Okay,
but some good stuff, right? Because we've already skimmed over it. Emma Thompson's killer.
Yeah, and
occasionally the script falls onto some really touching, difficult, awesome material.
Yeah,
in particular. Let's keep Emma Thompson for a second. That moment where she finds out that
what the box looks
the
in the
necklace
box
isn't for her.
Yeah, and I like how she explains it to him later on in such a way. She's like, yeah, you want to be careful. Then she sees the kids and she's like, oh, kids, we're going to do this. And so that like contrast there like that. It's like, pff.
But then before that, she has the moment in the bedroom, which is the best scene in the film.
Oh, she breaks down.
Where she has a breakdown, but not in an overly dramatic way.
What I liked about that as well, she listens to the music that he got him.
Yeah.
It's like, Lass was saying, she said, well, it's obviously a thoughtful present by... she called him Snape, Alan Rickman, his character. It's obviously a thoughtful present. It's like that, but obviously when one of his got the lovely necklace with someone else.
Yeah.
Speaking of lovely necklace, go on.
No, go on. Speak about your lovely necklace.
Lovely. Rowan Atkinson's little cameo in there. Excellent. Like this. Cinnamon stick.
Excellent performance by him, ruined by editing.
Do you reckon?
Why are we cutting around so much while he's doing it? Rowan Atkinson is such a good physical comedian, and yet we're cutting on all of his movements, so we don't get to see those movements.
An interesting little thing about Rowan Atkinson is my grandma hates him. My grandma hates...
I forgot about this.
She hates how he looks. I actually watched again to reference this, the London Olympic opening ceremony at my grandma's house over there, the bit of wine, we moved on to whiskey and stuff like this, having a good time. And then all of a sudden, Chariots of Fire came on like this. And I'm like, oh my God, look who it is. And he's sitting there and he's piano like this, and Grandma goes, I can't stand his face. It makes me feel sick. So yeah,
so
I watch your Love Actually to Grandma, bless her. Yeah, but then on the side of that as well, you have another quite cool. I wouldn't say it's as good, but another decent moment with Alan Rickman's colleague, where he's on about get with that person, and she can't because she's got her own issues with her brother. That was really interesting.
Second favorite thing in the entire film is that scene where she goes to visit her brother, and he goes to hit her, and she grabs his arm.
Yeah.
I was like, that's when the film is at its best. And in fact, there's a little bit of this representation in Liam Neeson's character as well. All the more natural relationships people have with each other. The fact that it isn't not
forced by love.
Yeah, it's not all just like these are white picket fence families. They're not nuclear families. Instead, he is raising the kid, the woman he was married to, who has now died.
Yep.
And now she's dealing. She can't. The other woman can't get into a relationship because her brother is in this like psychiatric hospital. And yeah, Alan Rickman is cheating or is thinking about cheating on his wife, and that doesn't cause this big dramatic sort of like tension. Instead, it causes small, uncomfortable, like heart-wrenching tension. And like all that stuff is so much more real and so much more relatable than a lot of relationships that are in films.
What do you think about Hugh Grant's little speech about America and how they're a bit of a bully? What do you think about that? Yeah, go Britain, anti-America scene. Yeah, what everyone loved at the time. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
It's all right. That's the answer. That's the answer I was looking for. It's just one of those corny British moments that everyone wants us not to have a relationship with America. It was a bit like, looking back, I was a bit like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you got other stuff at the moment going on.
It's also not what he's talking about.
But obviously it's about the love and stuff, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
of Natalie. Was it Natalie?
Yeah.
And then he's on about like how Billy Bob Thornton was obviously trying to get with her, but then there's pressure on the Prime Minister to like kind of move away from America. He's like, no, I want to repair the relationship. Then he actually uses that as he uses that as a catalyst to actually move away. It's just one of those. I feel like for me, like this is a bamboozling like kind of British film, but that is one of those moments where it's just almost a bit like old school, because it was back old school, like maybe like the generation back where they might be a bit anti-America, and this is a bit like looking back a bit unnecessary. It just made me laugh. I just thought I'd put it out there because it made me laugh, and I was just thinking when I was watching it.
And then I think that a lot of for me, a Christmas film, right? It needs to be sentimental, and it needs to be a little bit sappy in some respects. This film is too much.
It is. It's overly cliche. The whole idea of this film is it's overly cliche. It's just there to fill the Christmas feel that you're actually feeling. I mean, she wants to watch Grinch and stuff. I'm like, fuck watching the Grinch. I wouldn't dare remember when we did.
Oh my God, go back and watch the Grinch episode.
Awful,
We haven't got Christmas hats. What are we doing?
You're a melt.
Merry Christmas.
This is like kind of the Christmas film for me that just like it overdoes it. I get my Christmas out and then I'm done.
Natalie says, she has a message for you, by the way. This is my wife, Natalie, not the one from the film. She has a message for you regarding this film and the fact that you haven't seen Gremlins. Get it watched, you idiot.
Oh, she sent me a text saying that earlier, to be fair. Something like that. Oh, well. Yeah. Love Actually. It's a compilation of British daft moments with overused cliche that's just, you either love it or hate it. I feel like it's a Marmite film.
And a boy in an octopus costume.
Which is brilliant.
Which is my favourite cut in the entire film. It's fucking hilarious. I burst out laughing at that moment. Yeah. Just the yeah. Tell me down in the comments why I'm utterly wrong about this film, because I'm aware it has a huge fan base.
All right,
so
Scrooge.
I'm probably in the minority in this one, which actually I think is the first Christmas film. No, we did both in like the Grinch. Actually, I love Christmas, and we've ranted about 2 Christmas films now. That's not good. But anyway, there is Love Actually. You can let us know what you thought of Love Actually down in the comments below. Also, wish Andy a Merry Christmas, and we would also like to wish you a Merry Christmas, because it'll be coming up very, very soon when this posts. But Andy and I are going to be back once again next week on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
For a very special episode
We're going to come out and record on Boxing Day.
of Film Club, where we talk about the least Christmassy Christmas films. Until then, get watching.
Bye.